Tigers and the Blues. Rick Davies won the toss and the Blues are kicking to the southern end. Spiel and Carey. Carey got the tap away. David Holst starting at centre half forward. Sewers underneath the ball and an easy mark taken by Pake. Pake, who 2 weeks ago played in the centre of the ground against Michael Aish, has gone back to his favourite spot, half-back. McDermott, good tackle. Lucky not to lose it. Coming through Duthie for Glenelg. The handball comes out again. McGuinness got rid of it very, very quickly. Pake through again. Hollis got it out, but only as far as Holst. Holst hooks around the body, but the accuracy not with him. The first score of the day, though, goes to Glenelg.
Gee, the handball was spot on. Unfortunately, it was opponent. First handball to Paul Hollis, or from Paul Hollis, wasn't all that good. Gave Holst a chance, playing at centre half forward. Andrew Downs, a nice looking kick in towards the big fellow in Spiel. Back is Marshall, can't get it. A chance for Craig to put the Blues into attack. Over the centre line on the leader, Davies. Oh, he can't quite get there. Thumped away by Walsh. Seabone back in defence, has to hook it around the corner, but gee, the attempt wasn't all that good. In fact, he's booted it out of bounds on the full outer side. He tried to hook it back with his unnatural foot, and he's given Painter the free kick. Painter is only 35 metres out, but the angle's pretty acute. In fact, he's having trouble getting a run up, so close is he to the fence. Kicked 6 a couple of weeks ago from the forward pocket and roving. Drop punt underway, coming back, but right across the face of goal, and a point to Sturt there first, and it ties the scores up.
Kernahan's at full forward for Glenelg. Sims is standing that player. Duthie's on the wing. Holst at centre half forward. Carey underneath the ball. No, he won't be paid. Filkey comes out with it. The running player is Whittlesey. Didn't look for Davies on that occasion. Went over the top and got a goal. First goal of the day to Sturt. They're 1-1. Glenelg got a point.
Some surprise at Craig Whittlesey lining up in the centre. Unless, of course, Greg Whittlesey, unless you're a Sturt supporter, that is, or a Sturt hierarchy. But that was a fine effort as the handball was spot on. On the lead was Davies, but Whittlesey went for home with a low trajectory drop punt, and Sturt have got the first goal on the board. 1-1, Glenelg a point.
Glenelg don't really look that fired up, although Sturt going with what breeze there is. Spiel got first hand to it. Thrown away was McDermott. Push in the back will be paid to Whittlesey. So he started very well in the centre of the ground. 15 metres against Peter Carey. Whittlesey will use all of it too. Davies, that's the target. Farquhar behind that player. Well, if Rick didn't put on a bit of an act on that occasion, I'm not here. How did you see it, Ian?
Well, how did Farquhar see it? Peter, a push might have been there, but if Farquhar had have pushed Davies like he made it seem, he would have had to get a 10-metre run up. Rick went out like he was shot out of a catapult. I mean, he was catapulted out of a gun.
I think he might have just snuck it in. Yes, he has. Well, Rick Davies has got his first for today, and under somewhat controversial circumstances. The Blues are 2-1, Glenelg 1 point.
Doesn't matter how you get them. If you're in front, you've always got a chance. Obviously, Michael Farquhar wasn't very happy as the ball came in. And look at Davies. You would have thought that he'd fallen flat on his face the way he went out. But he got his kick. That's what he wanted. Sturt off to a good start. They've got 2 in the first 5 minutes. Remember, the Bays have got to win today to have any chance of making the final 5 at all. And Sturt want that top spot, or at least the double chance for second or third.
Peter Carey, captain of the Glenelg side. They certainly haven't started well. Carey got that one down. McGuinness can't get it away. Craig for the Blues. He gets it out. Motley's beaten to the ball by McFarlane. He kicks off the ground. Gee, we've already lost 1 ball, and the ball they're using at the moment looks as though it's done a few miles, that's for sure. Spiel and Carey. Carey got it down well. McGuinness, the handball comes out. Simons, oh, he puts McDermott under a bit of pressure. McDermott has to go long. Ralphie Sewers out wide. Played it pretty well, Ralph. Got it back to Holst. Oh, he put the ball down. Lucky not to be free kicked. Kidney. Can't get the ball clear. Seward put it over the top. Wilson. Howard. in a bit of trouble. Sturt are going to run it clear, though, through Fry. Spiel there as well. So is Whittlesea. Players stack up. They can't get it out. Spiel finally does, but the umpire's whistle had gone just before then. And there'll be a ball up attack side of the centre for the Glenelg side.
Strangely quiet crowd at the moment, and a disappointing one, really. Perfect afternoon. I would think there's no more than maybe 10,000 people there. Expected more than that. Craig under pressure. Top tackle there. The free kick goes the way of Leon Twelftree. He has Simons well wide. That's the way the ball will go. Wilson too late to get back there. Don't think they've gained a great deal. Simons is well out from goal. He'll find Peter Carey, and that's a good pass. Super plays on, puts it in the air. It's not a good kick from Peter. Maybe he should have gone back to take his kick, because off the fingers it goes through for a point. He would have bolted the distance in, but once he decided to play on, he only took 2 steps, and in those 2 steps he certainly didn't get himself balanced.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Ian. The crowd is very quiet here. It's hardly a noise. You could hear a pin drop. Hollis, Whittlesea. Oh, Hollis got one in the nose. It was accidental. Davies is coming out. Can't get near the ball. Brown for the Blues. Lines them up. Through it goes. Darryl Brown's got his first, and the Blues have got a good start here at the Bay. 3-1 to Glenelg, 2 points.
Darryl Brown, the former West Torrens player, who seems to have found a niche out at Unley. He's been out the last 2 or 3 with an injury. Coming back, and certainly he's going to add a lot of bite and pace around the Sturt pack. Got the ball beautifully out there, and just as the pressure came in, shot low towards the goal and put on their third, his first. And Sturt now lead by 17 points, 7 minutes into the first quarter.
It's not a good start from Glenelg. They are going against the breeze, but they don't appear to have a lot of method. Craig got it out to Derrington. McDermott. Oh, the kick forward from Duthie's not a good one. Fry holds them up. Tackle is applied. Holding the ball. Umpire Hilton pretty strong on that. McGuinness wants it. He's got Sewer running for him. Doesn't get much pressure on the mark. Hall from behind, Kernahan in front. Oh, big leap from Andrew Downs, and that's a fine mark.
What a great season he's had at full back, despite his lack of centimetres. Seems to be able to go up like a Roman candle. Spiel getting underneath it. Carey one-handed. Fry off the fingers to the vacant spot, half-forward line. Whittlesea has too much pace for Marshall. Over the half-forward line, looking for Davies. Out in front, Farquhar. 2-3 grabs. Paid the mark. I would think close to 15 metres as well, but Farquhar's not going to wait around for that. Bolts off as he gets it back towards Duthie. Couldn't get his fingers to it. And finally it's taken out by Brown. Put in the air again. A chance. Second goal. Brilliantly done. Paul Hollis, I think it was, it gave it to him. And Sturt now have got 4-1 on the board to the Bay's 2 points.
4 goals in 6 minutes, a great start to Sturt, and they're getting a lot of drive out of the centre from Whittlesea, who is a very pacey player, and you can see on that occasion he was too quick for Marshall, and the ball finally came out to Brown from Hollis. He turned around and got his second. A good start, the Blues. Glenelg would have to brighten up a bit. Sturt a 4-1, the Bay's 2 points.
Spiel. Whittlesea going well, has had 4 kicks to this stage of the game. Spiel gets the thump away. Here's a chance for Barbary to take it out. Gets a handball to nobody in particular. Showing a bit of pace again is Brown. The handball back, look for Filkey. Wasn't all that good. Wilson through, can't get it. Kidney for the Bays. Under a lot of pressure as he gets it out. Brown in the action again, looking for backup support. He gets it now as Painter booms one in towards full forward. Getting back on it, however, was Salisbury. With him is Seabohm, and the ball is taken out of play. Full forward left pocket throw in about 10 metres around. Sturt by 23 points.
A somewhat disappointing crowd here for the big clash as we approach the 10-minute mark. Davies got it clear. Brown thumped it back, but it's gone out again. Some interesting positional changes by the Glenelg side. Of course, Wayne Stringer and Maynard dropped out. Holst went to centre half forward. Marshall into the centre, Duthie to the wing. Farquhar again, or danger kick. Hollis close to the ground, couldn't take the mark. Seabohm got it out to Duthie. Duthie's kick is a floater. Fry and Twelftree. Downs. Barbary. Spiel wants it and gets it. Now Hollis. He can't get through Kidney. A great tackle, and I think the correct decision for a Kidney free kick.
Oh, stake end. Gets it out to Carey. The big fella lumbers off. Gives the handball to the running Hewitt. Had to turn around and get it. Beautifully run down. Well done by Painter. Painter jams it back to the half-forward line. Seabohm, McFarlane it was. Couldn't get it. Craig wants support. Gives it out wider. Motley has the pace. Puts it up in the air. Davies is up there out in front. Fucks away. Quickly, Derrington hooks back over the shoulder. The umpire on the gallop. And it's well off the line for a point. Gee, the crowd wanted a free kick against Davies there. He put an enormous pressure on Farquhar, but the umpire not interested. 4 goals, 3-2 Sturt, 2 points Glenelg.
Farquhar has decided to play in front after the very interesting decision that he had made against him earlier in the quarter, when Big Rick looked like he was shot out of a cannon. I'm not quite sure that Farquhar even touched him, but that's all part of football. If you can put it across to the umpire and get the free kick, why not? 4-2 Sturt, Glenelg 2 points. Farquhar kicking off. Gets plenty of distance. Seabohm coming across. Carey's there as well. Can't take the mark. Wilson, McFarlane. Plenty of players around the ball, and we'll have a bounce.
On the outer side, Carey. Played 12 minutes. Almost an eerie silence, would you believe? You would have thought the Bay supporters were all revved up after their brilliant performance last week. Carey towards Hewitt. Under pressure. Couldn't get it away. Seabohm likewise gives a chance now. The running Gavin Walsh. A long kick out there, waiting for it, his 12th tree, but thumped away from that player. Hulse comes into the action, but the umpire's given a free kick to Leon 12th tree. Elects to play on Kernahan. Out comes Sims with him. The youngster in there. Sims gets the thump away and does it well. Sturt get the ball back towards centre, but it's Carey there. Kidney had to go and get the ball, but he recovered quite well and gives Simons a chance. Simons out on the outer side, elects to play on, goes in short, too far for McGuinness, but chipping in 12-3, and he's got the mark inside the half-forward line. Should make the distance, although the breeze has sprung up just a little bit. Certainly not anything more than gentle, though. Leon 12th tree. Still looking perhaps for a lead, not confident of making the distance. Sims has been given the task on Kernahan. It's his third kick. Well, the kick is a shocker. It's a floating punt and dropping well short and taken in defence by Reid.
Good mark, Reid, and 12th tree is a very elusive player. He's giving Fry a few problems there at the moment. Carey and Spiel. Carey punches away. Here's a chance. 12th tree yet again. Sewer. Marshall. He's pretty good on his left boot. Normally, he puts it up, gives it a chance, but it's offline. And the Bays have got to get another point. They're 3 points. Sturt a 4-2, and I would think that the Bays have been pretty desperate for a goal or two at this stage.
Downs is taking the kick in, and gee, did he ever, kicked off brilliantly. Oh, Whittlesey, a great take behind the pack up towards Davies. Davies is not going to get started. Derrington's got to fly for it. Seabohm through the pack with McFarlane being held on to, and McFarlane's going to get the free kick. Short. Or set Salisbury up, but the youngster did it well. Took the mark, came back into the pack, but it wasn't an easy catch at all. Scott Salisbury. Perhaps the surprise packet of the Bay camp for this season as Carey hooks it back. Hollis out longer. That's a good handball. Barbary. Davies on the lead. That's the way the ball travels. Intercepted beautifully by McFarlane. Brown. Davies. Craig. Motley. 30 metres out. Steadies. Gives it a chance. Goal! Beautifully constructed. Set up. Put him on an angle. First goal to Motley, 5-2 Sturt, 3 points the Bays.
Well, the Blues forwards certainly knew what they were doing then. When one player has nowhere to go, the handball is shot out to a player in a better position, and a series of 4 to 5 handballs there saw it end up with Motley, and it was a very acute angle, but he made no mistake.
Stephen Kernahan been summoned into ruck as the Bays in trouble in this first quarter. Didn't get his hand on the ball. Derrington does. Can't get it clear, however, as Kidney comes in to make a strong tackle. 17-year-old Kidney. He's done well since coming in for his debut against Centrals just a few weeks ago. Bounce down, just the attack side of centre for the Bays. Spiel actually got the tap away. Marshall left the football behind. Holtz puts a strong body over the top, but the umpire will come in and repeat the bounce.
The Bays are not getting much out of the middle. David Marshall is being beaten by Whittlesea. Sturt running players are taking it out pretty easily. Kernahan's into the fray now, though. Gee, there's a lot of players around the ball. McDermott can't get it out, and umpire Hilton will have another go. Carey's back at full forward. The veteran Sims is standing him at the moment. Sims is here at the bay to do a specific job. Reed. Downs. Derrington. Oh, he got a bad bounce. Kidney. He went down, but the umpire is going to give him a free kick for a high tackle. You don't have to do much to get a free kick for a high tackle these days. They come pretty easy. Carey, a big chance. Outnumbered. Howard gave it away to Fry. That's how the umpire saw it. Apparently you can't give it away. If you do, it's a throw. Carey. Gee, I can't believe how quiet the crowd is, Ian. It's amazing.
As I said, Peter, it's almost an eerie silence, and we're sitting in the bay stand. You'd think they'd be giving a bit of encouragement to their side when they make another bid to make the 5.
Yes, it is eerie. Peter Carey lines them up. Oh, I don't know about that one. It's gone off to the right. It's hit the post. Well, they can't take a trick at the moment. The Bays are 4 points. Sturt are 5-2.
Kick in by Eddie Fry on this occasion. A nice-looking drop punt to the outer side. Spiel underneath the ball. Try to get the thump on. Kernahan gets it out to Simons, but Spiel gets it out further. Whittlesea. A chance now for Wilson. A longer one out. Filkey. If he gets the set, he's in business. Half-forward line. Davies wants it in high, but he's going in short to Painter, and that's a good pass. Had to meet the heavy bump from McFarlane. Davies at the moment is well held. He's got a goal, but that was from that free kick. Very controversial free kick, but Painter has got the ball 45 to 50 metres out. Playing against his former team. But across to Sturt this season with the coach. A nice drop punt underway. The umpire said that's home for all money. Fine kick. First goal to Painter. Sturt off to a great start in this first quarter. 6-2, and the Bays, or the Tigers, hardly giving a yelp at the moment. 4 points.
The Blues are running it out of defence very well, and they're setting up loose players, and on that occasion it ended up with Painter at centre half forward. Johnny McFarlane came in, but Painter had already taken the mark, and Painter is a very good kick for goal.
Kernahan and Spiel. Kernahan got the benefit of the bounce, although Spiel got across, but gave away a free kick in doing so. Kernahan runs it to McGuinness, caught on the wrong foot, goes out wide to Tony Simons. The youngster lopes after it, gets a nice set. He's on the half-forward line, hooks it back towards 12-3. Big leap there by Eddie Fry. Fine mark in the back pocket, and he'll put the Blues out of defence. Fry covering plenty of ground. He started on a half-back right flank. That's where he's kicking the ball to Downs, over that player's head. Almost about to be run down here by Sewer, but he's cool in a crisis. Whips out a long handball. Oh, that's not so cool. Gave it straight to Duthie. Half-forward line, McDermott gives a chance. McGuinness now on the left foot. Kicks in long, but that's not a good kick from the youngster. He's well offline, and 1 point only result.
Gee, they can't take a trick, the Bays. That's 5 points now. They've attacked often enough, but they just can't score. Reminiscent of Port Adelaide last week here at the Bay Oval. Good catch, Kernahan. Oh, he meant that one. Probably the best exponent of the mark in South Australia. Puts it out towards Kidney. Gee, that's not well dispatched, though. Downs easily punched away. Duthie and Hollis. Duthie's done well this quarter. He gets it back to McGuinness. Now Kidney. Oh, he couldn't use the left hand. McDermott wanted it and didn't get it. The ball in, left half-forward flank. Kernahan and Spiel. Can the Bays get a goal? We're approaching the 20-minute mark. Craig got rid of it very quickly. Hollis, a second time, down he goes. Holding the ball, and might be in a bit of trouble in a minute. 15 metres, yes. Umpire Hilton comes in and hands that one out. Duthie. Simons on a lead. Carey's there as well. Sims, Carey, Fry. Got it away very easily. Kernahan coming from behind again. Up he goes. Great mark, Kernahan. Oh, he's given a free kick away, though. He or somebody else. Darrington's the recipient.
Wouldn't have been Stephen Kernahan, Peter. His flight at the ball was magnificent, and he took the mark. but it could have been McDermott who's standing the mark. Whatever. Sturt have got the free kick. It's Darrington, half-back flank, high towards centre wing. Kernahan once again. Oh, big leap by Peter Motley. Tit for tat. Gee, that was a fine grab. Centre wing, out on the lead is Filkey. That's the way the ball will go. Davies at the back of the pack, gets started, can't bring it down. Brown tries to go through, but he can't get the football, and McFarlane's quite happy to take it across the line. Right forward pocket throw in. 6-2, plays 5 points. I suppose it's not much for the crowd to get excited about as a contest, but certainly Sturt showing some fine form. Big tap by Davies. In fact, it was a roundhouse right, but in doing so, he put the hand on the shoulder to get the leverage to thump it away, and he's given a free kick to his immediate opponent, and that's Michael Farquhar.
Great deal of feeling between Big Rick and Michael Farquhar. Should be a tremendous tussle. Kernahan in front. Spiel knocked away. Barbary, Hollis. Or the handball intercepted well by Salisbury. He gets the kick away. McDermott's got it. The Bays are playing better now than they did earlier, but they need a score. Sewer couldn't get a run in, and Downs took a good mark. It's a fine player, Downs. Kernahan, he's positioned himself well, couldn't take the mark. Jim Marshall's had a poor start, gets a kick away, but it's a danger kick. Simons from behind, McGuinness in the pack, good mark. Holst is on a lead. Strange to see Holst centre half forward. Takes the mark out in front of Reed. Plays it on. Coming in is Hall. Good leap, good mark. Tony Hall, player with a lot of ability. Plays it on. Sewer. Sewer's going to play it on too. Kidney. Gee, a lot of possessions, the Bays, but they've now got a chance to get their first goal. Kick number 4 coming up to Kidney. I'm not sure what he's like as a goal shooter, but I understand that he can kick them, but proof is in the eating. See, that was dead centre. First goal to the Bays, 1-5 to the Blues, 6-2.
If you recall a couple of weeks ago, Peter, when we saw them on that Sunday game out at Central's, his first kick in football was a goal. And he's also, I think, instrumental in the goal. It was a controversial one as to whether the siren had gone. I'm sure he was in the play somewhere along the line, but he's only 17 years of age, a matriculation student, and got a very promising future.
Getting a bit of a yelp from some of the Bay supporters. We haven't heard them much so far. Painter, a very high kick. Salisbury coming in from the side. Up he goes. Left his rear exposed. Brown again. Oh, that's his third goal. What a quarter Brown's had. He's the player that Sturt have wanted to get back into the side. 3 kicks, 3 goals. 7-2 the Blues. Glenelg 1-5.
Yes, Peter, 3 up. Salisbury was one of them, and the player was waiting down, as you correctly called it. They left their backsides exposed, or their back play exposed. I'll make it sound a little bit better. And he just grabbed the ball and booted it through from about 30 metres out. Sturt 7-2, the Bays 1-5. 24 minutes into this first quarter.
Top quarter, Brown. 3 kicks, 4 handballs, 3 goals. It's big value from a forward pocket. Spiel and Kernahan. Kernahan gets higher, gets the knockdown. Hollis snares the ball in front of Holst. Seabohm misses it. McFarlane's got the run of it. Brown's after him. Now Gavin Walsh. I think that might be out. That's gone on the tennis court, that one. Glenelg 1-5, Sturt 7-2.
Trying to see who it is. Is it Ray Wilson over there to bring the ball back? Let's have a look if he kicks on the left foot. No, it's a right footer going in short to Spiel. Spiel on the half-forward flank. Not a good kick at all. Darrington charged to meet the ball, and it went out of play. Throw in, full forward left pocket. 7-2 Sturt, 1-5 Glenelg. Kernahan against Davies. What's Davies' ability at these throw-in? He used his body, got the tap away, but he couldn't get it to a teammate on that occasion. Seabohm can, leaving it behind Kidney. Swooping on it there was Painter. The handball away towards Kernahan, and he's bundled over the line. A throw-in, full forward left pocket.
Approaching the 25-minute mark, and I think Glenelg would want to forget this quarter and hope for better things in the second. Kernahan's behind Davies. Davies did it well. Couldn't get the handball cleared. Darrington is pounced upon and the umpire will ball it up. Whittlesey in the centre for Sturt has been a good move. He's given them a lot of drive. Kernahan, McDermott, Seabohm. He gets the kick away, but it's not well placed. Reed couldn't take the mark. Plenty of opposition from Holst. Down goes Fry. Gets a free kick for a high one. Perhaps just a fraction lucky. He might have slipped, I think, when he tried to clear that ball.
The Bay's not giving their half-forwards a chance. They're sending the ball in high all the time, and they're getting destroyed in that half-forward line at the moment. A big kick by Eddie Fry up towards Motley. In front, however, was Seabohm, and he takes a fine defensive mark, plus 15 metres. John Seabohm has Simons on a half-forward line, but he goes in short to Kernahan, and out wider still McDermott. A long kick this time, once again up in the air. Watch Brendan Howard go up and thump the ball away. Back in defence, it's Reed. Eddie Fry a chance, but Barbary gets the benefit of the bounce. Kidney over the top of that player. Getting back in defence, Painter. Holst takes it off him, puts it up. Big Super's waiting for the ball. Here's a battle of the Giants. Big Super versus Sims. Oh, look at him lumber to meet the ball. Sims uses his body well. Gets away a handball. It wasn't really good. And a chance now for 12-3, but he runs the ball out of play. Sims versus Carey. Imagine that over 100 metres. Could take up to half an hour.
Could take a long time. Sims, oh, Carey was in front. Sims into him. Reed kicks the ball away. It's an untidy looking disposal. In comes Duthie. Bundled over the line by Hollis. Pretty good tussle between those players. Two wingmen in excess of 6 feet. In height, that is. Carey goes down, so does Sims. Tony Hall is through. Well, the handball to McGuinness was a ripper. McGuinness on the run, but that's the second time that all he's had to do was straighten up and kick it through, and he's kicked points. Glenelg 1-6 to Sturt 7-2.
When he gets away from the pack, Peter, he tends to veer out to the left all the time. Twice we've seen him do it, and as you say, that twice he's kicked points. Kernahan at the back of Spiel. This time the Sturt big man gets the ball. Didn't want the handball. A correct call too, because 12-3 was right on the Sturt player in Fry. Painter out in front, or is it Craig? Craig it is. Half forward right flank. Davies now. He gives a lead. It's going out in front of that player. Gee, it's a good pass. Beautifully done. Honestly, he put that on the old Thrupney bit. Davies wanted it exactly where it finished, and it gave him a chance to stretch his legs over 30 metres. Big Rick, the junior jumbo, 45 metres out, has booted one. Oh, he's hooked it just marginally. The umpire's going to have to decide. 1 point only. And that's the first time I think I've heard the Bay crowd cheer all afternoon, Peter.
Yeah, I think it's about all they've got to cheer about at the moment. 1-6 Glenelg has kicked. The Sturt has 7-3, so that's 7 scoring shots to 10, and the Blues have got a stranglehold on this game at the moment. Farquhar goes long. Spiel has got front spot on Kernahan. Can't take the mark. Filkey there for the Blues. Gee, got out of that too easily. Davies coming in. Salisbury in front. Farquhar behind. Clears it quickly. McDermott is going to be beaten, I think. Yes, he just can't keep it in. And there'll be a ball in. Left half forward flank for the Sturt side. We're about 4 minutes into time on. And it's been a pretty good quarter for the Blues, Ian.
Peter, they've played well. Darryl Brown has given them something with those 3 goals. That's been an excellent performance. Kernahan gets the hook away. Out wider, it's McDermott. Simons. Sewer wants it. Oh, the handball back to him wasn't good. Ralphie's in there, but he can't get the ball. Neither can Craig. Working hard for the ball now. Kidney as he goes through the pack. The umpire has found a free kick going to Eddie Fry for a push in the back. Fry check side of centre wing to put the Blues in with a long high drop punt, a ground covering kick. In goes Seabohm, can't bring it down. The tackle was good on Painter. He threw it to Motley. Simon's out there as well. McDermott against the tide. The tackle was high, and he wins the free kick.
Well, not a good handball clear. The kick was untidy. Spiel, Craig shrugs off the tackle. Well, Holst intercepted the handball. Holst kicks it forward. Carey and Sims again, 12-3 out to Sewer. Sewer has got players all around him. He finally gets clear. Tony Hall under it. He's got it. Boy, he's a magician, Sewer, when he gets it. There were 4 Sturt players trying to get him on that occasion, but it's not that he moved that much. He just knew where they all were. And the kick to Hall was spot on. What an important shot for Glenelg. Tony Hall has got to kick this goal. He does. Through the centre. And the Bays now 2-6 to the Blues, 7-3.
Peter, that's Sturt at his brilliant best. As you said, he hardly moved a muscle, but he mesmerised all the Sturt defence. They were wondering which way he was going to zip or zap, but finally he just moved away on that left foot, and what a pass out to Hall. It was spot on and beat the 2 Sturt defenders pointless, and it set it up for Glenelg's second goal. But they need him. 2-6, they trail Sturt 7-3.
Spiel has done a fine job for the Blues today so far. He's set them up pretty well. Kernahan opposed to him. Spiel got it down. Darrington's the runner. A high, untidy kick to half forward. Davies won't get there. Well, Farquhar could have marked it, but he pushed it away. McFarlane's got the run of it. The player after him was Barbary, but McFarlane did it well across the line. Ball in. Kernahan coming up for it. Sturt, you're going to have to rely on Motley. Kernahan takes it out of the air. McGuinness plays it in front of him. It's out again. The siren is gone. A good first quarter for the Blues as they lead Glenelg 7-3 to 2-6.
Fine first quarter by the Blues, sees them lead 7-3 to 2-6 as we start the second quarter at Brighton Road. Carey and ruck against Spiel, who had the better of them in the first quarter, but it's Darrington who gets a high kick towards centre wing. Anybody's ball out there. Holst waits for the bounce, thump further forward, well done. But it's Fry back in defence for the Blues, not lifting his eyes, gets it straight back to big Peter Carey. Carey puts it in the air. Oh, that's not a good kick at all, and Downs takes it. I think he's looking for Kernahan, who gave a lead, but the ball was at least 20 metres short of that player, as Downs now turns the attack to the outer side, getting it out quickly now, and it's Duthie to Marshall. McGuinness with a chance. He's got to get past Tim Pake. Going through was Big Seabohm. Got it to Carey, out wider still now McDermott. He puts out a long handball half forward line. Ralph Sewer sets it up, and it's well taken in the forward pocket there by Tony Hall. Tony Hall, who kicked a goal in the first quarter, is only 35 metres out. It's his third kick. Sewer. Sewer right in the pocket. Well, he could have made the distance. I don't think they've gained a great deal at all. Sewer is on about the same angle. He's not on his natural left foot. Oh, the umpire goes galloping. What's that all about? A point only. The Bay's not taking advantage of their opportunities, Peter. They missed a few in the first quarter that they should have got. Yeah, they did, Ian, and a lot of possessions there, and they didn't really achieve a great deal. And when Sewer finally ended up with it, he was still on an awkward angle. Downs goes down the middle. Oh, he's going to find Spiel. Carey couldn't make up ground. Spiel is playing well. Well, Fry dropped it. Recovered well, though. Painter and McFarlane. Painter got a bad bounce. Then he got a good bounce. Kicks it around the body. Seabohm. He let the ball go, but he followed it up well. The handball doesn't quite find Duthie. Motley kicks it clear. Farquhar in front of Davies. Well, Brown tried to take Farquhar out. Couldn't. McFarlane kicks around the body. Whittlesey in front of Marshall. I think the Bays need to make a move there. Marshall can't get into the game. Whittlesey's controlling the pivot. Davies a chance. Can't take the mark. Farquhar's there. Punches away. Yes, I think Hewitt was held, and he'll probably get a free kick by Hilton on the spot. Mark Hewitt from almost full back put the Bays out of defence. It's all about grandstand side, not getting much to kick to over on the outer side, so he's got to come towards Peter Carey. Spiel, and he is doing battle, and Carey's going to get the free kick, and he can't get it quick enough. Gave it back to Simons, who's got to get round Wilson. He did it well. The running player, McGuinness, almost being run down by Darrington. Gets a long kick away. Brandon Howard at the back of the pack, but a beautiful mark by Downs. He seemed to be well underneath the ball, but he just got his fingertips to it in the nick of time. Although he was backed up by Howard, who undoubtedly would have taken the mark. He's taken this one in the back pocket, and he'll send the Blues out down the outer side. Fry and Spiel are over there with Craig. That's the way the ball travels. Carey at the back. Craig always waiting for the ball to come off the fingers in the front of the pack. Spiel gets out a long one. Fry tries to get it to Motley. Motley on the half-forward line. Hooks it back towards the pocket. Going in to meet the ball there is Gavin Walsh, and takes a fine mark in defence.
Well, that was a top mark. He picked that ball up inches from the ground. Walsh, a good kick into the centre of the ground. Carey behind again. Oh, he went down very heavily. That would have hurt. Big Super still on the ground. Marshall got the kick away. Tony Hall, Kernahan up high. Missing the ball on the rebound was Sewer. Pakes in, gets a good handball out to Fry. Fry onto Downs. What a game Downs is playing. Darrington. Motley's got a chance. Up he goes. Well, he couldn't take it. Backs up beautifully, though. He's playing a lot better this week. Motley, fine kick to Craig. No one within 20 metres of that player. He has to get around McFarlane. Lines the goal up, but he's offline. Oh, he's way off line. Just got the point. Sturt now missing opportunity. 7-4 to Glenelg 2-7.
Few of the Bay defenders kick chasing, leaving their players loose. Must tighten up. Farquhar, who gets a massive kick out towards Simons and Wilson. The back of the pack, Salisbury. Filkey couldn't. Got it cleverly to Whittlesey. Whittlesey sets it up now for Painter. Had to get a hurried handball away. Darrington shrugs the tackle in towards Davies. Davies getting back there. One-on-one. Davies out in front. The bounce goes against him, but it goes for Craig. Davies back to Motley. Hooks towards goal, and that's going to be awfully close. Just touched on the last line of defence. A brilliant save then by the Bay defender. I'm just trying to pick up who it was. Could have been Hewitt, I think.
Yeah, it was a big dive. I'm not quite sure who it was. It was Gavin Walsh, in fact, who made a lot of ground. Gee, it was a fine kick by Motley. Davies set him up. Farquhar again kicks long. Kernahan behind. No, he couldn't take it. Strangely trying to mark from behind Kernahan. McGuinness's handball to Simons was spot on. Off he goes, looking for Sewer. He's got it. Sewer breaks down the centre of the ground. He lines the goal up. What a great movement, Sewer. He's put it up, but only a point. Thought it was a great run from the champion, Ralphie Sewer. 2-8 Glenelg, Sturt 7-5.
Nothing like Ralphie Sewer when he's really firing. An exciting player, just offline. Downs goes to the lead of Spiel, but Kernahan's there as well. At the back of the pack, it was Hollis. Got an awkward kick away. Whittlesey with the pace, too quick for Duthie. Puts it out in front of Davies, but there waiting for the ball is Brown. Holds it up in a slip-style catch, and the umpire has paid the mark. I don't think it was meant for that player. Might being just a little uncharitable, but Davies was on the lead. Darryl Brown's fourth kick. His first three have produced goals. Oh, he's hooked that one. Well offline, 1 point only. Still scored with every kick.
Yeah, they've got a touch of the jitters now, Sturt. They can't kick goals at the northern end. They certainly could at the southern end. 7-6 plays 2-8. Screw punt on this occasion from Farquhar, 70 metres. Kernahan again from behind. Marshall had to get rid of it quickly. Hewitt, oh, just got the kick away. Holst. Holst is playing at centre-half forward. And I don't think, been at a ground, such an important match and such a quiet crowd. Down goes Whittlesey and gets a free kick for a push in the back. Well, that brought a reaction from the crowd. Kick number 8 coming up for Whittlesey. I think there might be a move on. From behind Kernahan, from in front Kernahan, Seabone from behind. I don't know that he had a great deal of that ball, but Motley had to give it to him in the long term. A big kick to centre-half forward. Holst fell over. Downs misread it. 12-3. Played it well. Oh, used the right boot to Sewer. Gets the handball over the head. Down goes Howard. Down goes Kidney. and the umpire will come in and bounce it.
As you say, Peter, the crowd's starting to get excited now, but mainly through the umpiring decisions of the moment. A bad bounce by umpire Charlesworth, but Reid got the thump away towards Wilson. Whittlesey can't get it. Wilson can, gives a great chance now to Painter. In goes Kernahan, can't get to Painter. Spiel and Painter. A Sturt player hurt on the boundary line, but it's up towards Davies, right there with him. Farquhar, 2 grabs. I think he took it off the tops of the fingers. The umpire's paid the mark as he sorts it out towards McDermott. Has to go to ball hard. Dummied. McGuinness. Scott Salisbury, over the centre line goes the youngster. Has one bounce. Kicks in long, up towards Peter Carey. Carey's edged off the ball. The bounce favours Sims. He lets it go to Howard. Backing up is Fry. A Sturt player in real trouble. They've called for the stretcher. Tony Simons heads towards goal. Oh, he slips at the wrong time. Gives away a handball. And Brendan Howard kicks a point against his own side. A Sturt player down on the boundary line. I can't see who it is, but it does not look good. It's got to be a Tim Pake, it is. Down, and he looks like he's out.
Tim Pake's out on the ground.
No, Pake's still there. Try to pick it up for you.
Kernahan, a big mark at centre-half forward. Whittlesey was also hurt, but I think he's okay. Sewer on the run. He's lined this one up. He's got it. Oh, the Bays goals are few and far between. But Sewer booted that one from 45 metres out. 3-9 now the Bays. Sturt a 7-6.
Yes, well, unfortunately, I wasn't watching what Ralph was doing when I was looking to see who the Sturt player was, and I just can't pick it up as he's coming off. No doubt our backpack camera can, but it's bad news for the Sturt camp. But the good news for Glenelg is the fine form of Ralph Sewer, who kicked a magnificent goal to give them their 3rd.
I think it may be Peter Reid. I noticed that Pake has gone to centre-half back. Tony Hall plays it through the middle. That's a dangerous handball to Salisbury. He backs it up well, though. He's like a Sherman tank as he goes through the Sturt defence. That's gone to centre-half forward. McGuinness came in, so did Carey. He's got it. Over this side of the ground, it's 12-3. Oh, a walk-in goal. 12-3 kicks Glenelg's 4th. Glenelg have got a run on now. They're 4-9 to the Blues, 7-6.
Brilliantly done, big Peter Carey, as the ball came in, and what a brilliant dash from Scott Salisbury. He just ran the gauntlet. The kick wasn't all that good. McGuinness couldn't quite get it on the half volley, but big Carey got it. He had McGuinness one side, but he went round on the left foot and gave a great opportunity to 12-3, who couldn't miss for his 1st and the Bays 4th.
The Bays trail by 15 points. Spiel gets an easy one away from the middle. Brown comes in. Seabohm smashes away. Wilson, oh, got a bad bounce. Whittlesey has the ball under him. Holst off the ground. Fry plays it well at centre-half back. Gets the kick away. Kernahan's got it. He'd already been paid the free kick before the ball got there. He kicks on straight away. He wants Marshall. He's got it. The Bays have lifted, and I don't know where they got the spark from, but they seem to have lifted all over the ground. Carey on a lead. Up the big fella goes. 12-3. Oh, the ball went straight through him. The players jump on Fry, and the umpire will bounce it. 7-6 Sturt. Glenelg 4-9.
It's been confirmed. The injured player is Peter Reid. He seemed to be out to it, obviously concussed. Went off through the gate, or even on a stretch. You can come back on the ground, of course. Quickly jammed onto the boot of 12-3. He's got goal number 2. And now the crowd comes to life. The Bays making a great bid 12 minutes into this 2nd quarter. 5-9 they trail Sturt 7-6.
Oh, what a resurgence. Glenelg have looked awful up till about 6 or 7 minutes ago. And on that occasion, I think it was Holst that put the ball down 12-3's throat. But what a kick for goal. He had to do it very quickly. Kick number 7, goal number 2. 5-9 the Bays, 7-6 Sturt.
That's where your spark's coming from, Peter. 12-3 and Sewer across the half-forward line are getting into the action. They couldn't in that early part of the game. Kidney puts them into attack again. Outlumbers big Super Carey. Howard goes down. A chance McGuinness caught on his wrong foot. Hooks back, a magnificent goal, bounces through. Oh, what an unbelievable goal on his wrong foot, his 1st. And the Bays are only one straight kick behind.
place have gone berserk. An amazing scene here at Glenelg Oval. McGuinness, who had 2 shots with the left boot at the northern end, couldn't get near the goals, and then from an impossible angle, he rolls one through. The Bays trail by 3 points here at the Bay Oval.
Spiel. All of a sudden, starting to see his good work at the centre bounces coming out. Kernahan gets up higher on this occasion, but it's Derrington who gets the ball forward. Spiel again throws it out wide, looking for Craig. Takes a brilliant take. Whittlesey a chance. Gee, he's mowed down. Quickly back in the fence is Subone. Supported by Walsh, has to run the gauntlet. Filkey in, can't get it. Wilson gets it out wide, and now Derrington. He's laid down, and the umpire said he is going to get a free kick. I'm not sure whether it was a trip, Peter Marker. You'll have to help me.
Yeah, he's paid a trip in, and he seemed to have a good view of what was going on, but Derrington's got the free kick 25 metres out on an acute angle.
Difficult shot, very little breeze to worry about. 7th kick coming up. Sturt would like a steadier right now. Towards the northern end. Drop plant underway across the face of goal. Davies in there. Second grab not good enough. And Davies throws his head to the heavens. How did I miss that one? 1 point only, Sturt.
Big Rick Davies has got, he's only got 1 so far, I think. Very early in the first quarter. Farquhar has done well on him up to this point. Kernahan again from behind, but he's played that one well. Gee, how hard must it be to mark from behind Spiel? Sewer gets in front, over the top, takes the runner. Haven't seen a lot of him so far. Hollis, who he gets through, but down he goes. McDermott for Glenelg, swings around, puts a long ball back. Coming in is Marshall, he's got it. Carey wants it. Marshall swings it in with the left boot, but it's just offline. 6-10 Glenelg, 7-7 Sturt.
Thought for a moment Marshall might have been moved to the half-forward line, Peter, but he's doubling back to pick up Whittlesey as the kick-in comes from Sims out towards Spiel. Hall in there. Gets the ball out towards Holst, can't pick it up. Quickly through Radbone. He's the player that replaced Reed. Radbone goes for a run. No way known that Simons is going to catch him. Puts a long one in towards Davies. Getting back there is Farquhar. Does it beautifully as he booms one to the outer side. Not well directed. Derrington through. He'll need support. Duthie grab. Sock it away quickly. Here's a chance. Whittlesey out wide of Hollis. Steadies from about 50 metres out. Davies in the pocket. Takes the mark. Put on a most acute angle. Could have been a free kick then, but not to be, and Sturt piled into goal. Davies looking for the check side kick from about 15 metres out. Gets it away on the screw all right, but I think it floated the other way across the face of goal, and the big fellow registers a point for the Blues. 7-8, plays 6-10.
Certainly a great deal more reaction from the crowd at the moment. Glenelg have lifted. They're back in the game. 6-10 plays 7-8. Farquhar playing well. Kicks out to the outer side of the ground. Kernahan up. What a great mark he is. He gave it to Duthie. Duthie gets clear and goes long to centre half forward. Big Super Carey's coming from a long way back. Fry read it well. Appeared to be tripped. Pate's got it now. Sturt's half-back line has lifted in the last 5 minutes. Hewitt's there, but Motley takes it easily over the top of him. He never stands still, Motley. Off he goes. Davies a chance. Can't take the mark. Brown off hands. 4 goals, Brown. He's the player that's keeping Sturt in front. The Blues are 8-8. Glenelg 6-10.
Yes, I think also that Glenelg is just a little too conscious of Rick Davies. Of course, with justification with 150 goals to his name this season. But it's Darryl Brown who's reading the ball beautifully on the packs, and as it came in high, Davies was the man that they worried about, but Brown read it beautifully and into the open goal for his 4th.
Kernahan and Spiel. I think there's a bit of a pace problem too with Hewitt on Brown. McGuinness got the kick away. Radbone easily. Very pacey player, Radbone. Hewitt, up he goes. Couldn't take the mark. Actually, Hewitt may be on Filkey. I may have called that incorrectly. Gavin Walsh is on Brown, and the player I was just talking about, Hewitt, is in a bit of trouble. Craig the free kick. One Glenelg supporter just asked Charlesworth to leave the ground. Bit of optimism. Brown again. Gavin Walsh can't find that player, or he's hit Salisbury with it. McFarlane read it well. Goes short and finds Hall. Hall takes off. Have a couple of bounces. Simons now. Gets past Darrington easily. Gets past Spiel even easier. Sewer, good mark. Stood his ground and took it high. Now Sewer can just about get the distance. Kick number 7. He's going to go for the torpedo punt. He's given it a big chance. It's coming around. It's coming back. Oh, I think he's beaten it. 2 goals, Sewer. And the Bays are now 7-10 to the Blues, 8-8.
The Bays built their attack from defence, and it was well done as they came down the grandstand side. The handball finally went over to the Sturt player, who had to go back to stop the player coming out of defence. Simons put an awkward kick through to Sewer, who did a great job in even marking the ball. 7-10 to Sturt 8-8.
The half forwards for Glenelg are doing it. Sewer has 2 this quarter, so does 12-3. Spiel against Marshall on that occasion. Barbary can't get it clear. Tony Hall's fighting for it. He does it well. Going to get a free kick too for a push in the back. Well, he was the only player going for it. Simons will get this very easily. He'll play it on too. He'll try to get around Wilson. He's got to play it on now. Wilson did the wrong thing. He had a look at the umpire. Simons has lined up the goal. Carey from behind. Through goes 12-3, but Howard did the right thing and pushed it through for the Blues. 7-11 the Bays, 8-8 the Blues.
Suddenly the Bays are right in it. Difference come over the crowd. A long kick by Fry to the outer side. Barbary. Another long kick to the half-forward line. McFarlane up and thumps the ball out of play. Plenty of pace on, and only 3 points the difference. The Bays 7-11, Sturt 8-8, Spiel and Kernahan. Carey's had a big rest in this quarter at full forward. Kernahan gets the thump away. McDermott gives a chance now to Duthie and turn out in front of McGuinness. That wasn't a good handball, but McGuinness works it well, runs into his own teammate, however, in Kidney. Under pressure as Painter gets the ball back towards centre wing. Almost a good mark to Hollis. Barbary under pressure from McDermott, and the umpire said that the ball will be bounced half-forward left flank. Played 21 exciting minutes of this second quarter. Game's really built as a contest now. Kernahan and Spiel. Spiel's tapped to Barbary, couldn't get the kick away. In goes McDermott again to get the handball away. Kicked in by Holst in towards full forward. Fine mark back there, taken by Radbone.
It was a floater and Radbone read it very well. So far this quarter, Glenelg have kicked 5-5. Sturt have kicked 1-5. Both sides inaccurate. As Kernahan again went for the ball on the side of Spiel. Spiel paid the mark for a mistake by Pake. Fry backed up though. McDermott's under the ball. Oh, good mark, Duthie. Stood his ground, and he almost had to fight off McDermott for the mark. Or Carey and Sims. Carey's going to be free kicked. Sims the recipient. Carey was just over his shoulder. Sims goes wide. 12-3 getting across. Good mark, Fry. 3 points the difference. Eddie Fry got that left hand bandaged. 10 kicks Fry. The big punch away, it's gone out. Big change came over the game. About 5 minutes into the second quarter, and the Glenelg half forwards got on top. McGuinness kicked an amazing goal. Spiel goes wide with that ball, but it's going out for another ball in. Glenelg 7-11, Sturt 8-8.
Centre wing throw in. Kernahan and Spiel quickly taking it away. Marshall drives up towards Carey. He's in front on this occasion. Couldn't tap it. Fry there. Big Carey on the ball as well, and the umpire will rule a line ball and a bounce. One side of the crowd wanted a push in the back, and the other one screamed for holding the ball. Sims got the benefit of that bounce. backhanded it cleverly to Whittlesea. He made more distance with it. Filkey across, putting in a quiet one at the moment. Back to Pake. Pake wobbles it in towards Motley at the back of the pack. Derrington getting back on it. Salisbury as well. And once more players bottle the ball up. And the umpire will come in for a bounce this time. Centre half forward. Sturt in attack.
Salisbury playing well in defence for Glenelg this quarter. He's been a very attacking player. Davies came down. Salisbury snared it. He gave it to McDermott. He'll go long. He always does. Carey this time behind Sims. The big chap's got it. Oh, just a bit too big and a bit too powerful. He used the body against Sims, but was slightly illegal, but not so illegal as to incur the wrath of the umpire.
How can you be half illegal, Peter?
Well, you can push a little bit, Ian, but if you push too far, you're in trouble. I think he's kicked the goal. The Bays have hit the front. Carey's first. Glenelg 8-11 to Sturt 8-8.
Yes, Carey's been playing behind. When the ball's been coming in, it's always been Sims in front. We saw him make a dash to the ball a little while ago and he got a bad bounce on it. But on that occasion, Sims in front again, but it was a battle of strength and Carey willed out, got a good mark and potted it through, and the Bays hit the front by 3 points. What a great fight back. 8-11 they lead, Sturt 8-8.
7-5 this quarter, Glenelg has kicked. Kernahan against Spiel. Spiel has rucked tirelessly. He's going to get pretty tired. Painter gets the quick one away. Filkey and Hewitt, but down comes Salisbury. He met that head on. Wilson gets it over the top. Walsh went to meet it. McDermott's in there and gets it clear. Oh, not a good handball. Barbary takes off. Kidney won't catch him. Davies on a lead and he takes an easy mark in front of Farquhar. Well, the McDermott handball was a mistake. And the Sturt champion has got it now, and this will be his fourth kick. He's kicked 1-2. This shouldn't present any problem for him to put the Blues back in front, or he's put it wide. He's kicked it out on the full. Poor Michael Farquhar was having a dream run. Davies is not kicking straight. When we last saw Davies in against Norwood, he could do no wrong with the ball.
In brilliant touch, Peter. But he's still a danger to them. McDermott's the happiest man on the ground. What a great mark to Motley. The handball went the wrong way, as far as he's concerned, straight to Craig Barbary, although he's under pressure. On the lead goes Davies again, but this time he doesn't get a leap away. Salisbury, who seems to know no fear at all, gives a chance now to McFarlane to run the ball out of play. McFarlane clear on the half-back line as he kicks to the lead of Holst. With him there is Sewer. Sewer can't bring it down. Brilliantly done. Pake back to Wilson.
Plays it on. Painter under it. Puts it down to Craig. Pake goes through again. What a run. In front, Davies. Oh, Farquhar came in. Did well. Seabohm pushes it out. It comes out again towards Hewitt. He goes down and gets a free kick for a trip. Mark Hewitt. Dermott's at centre half back. He wants the ball, but I think Hewitt will play it safe and come along the boundary line. Kernahan's going to get a free kick. Spiel was holding on to him. Umpire Hilton was right onto that one.
Spiel says he was hanging on to me.
Kernahan puts it high. Holst is going to come in from behind. One hand up. Good mark to Marshall. He's going to play it on. Salisbury gave him the chance. Carey again playing from behind. Uses the body. In goes Tony Hall. He's got a chance. He got a high one. Can't get rid of the ball. Players stack up and there'll be a ball up. Well, Hall had a chance. Couldn't get clear. What will Peter Carey do? Sims will try and knock it through. He can't though. Downs does it for him. Glenelg 8-12, Sturt 8-8.
Into time on by 2 minutes. Andrew Downs goes to the outer side to the lead of Spiel. Kernahan's been too strong for him in the air. Barbary used his body well, but he can't dispose of the ball. Craig comes back to help him. Does it well as he boots along the outer side of the ground. McFarlane spoils from behind. Here's a chance now for Whittlesea. Has to handball to himself. Disposes of Marshall. Quickly into the scene comes Seabohm. Can't get the ball clear. Motley, or who it was there, gets the handball out. Whittlesea again over the half-forward line in towards Davies. With him there, Farquhar. Davies too strong. Farquhar seemed to get off the ground too quickly. quickly. He was up and down before Davies took the ball, and he's got it 25 metres out in front. And I suggest to you that he will not miss this one. Not kicking well.
Put some money on it, Daisy.
Not kicking well. 1 goal, 2 from 4 shots. Simons is just out of the picture, giving him some encouragement. But Davies will put this one into the street, I would think. Whoop, 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 he's missed it again. Oh, he's got to walk to Hong Kong. Could not possibly have missed it. And I haven't seen the Bay crowd so happy for many a long Saturday.
Father Christmas has come early to Michael Farquhar in Glenelg. The Sturt champion can't put him through. Farquhar comes out to grandstand side. Kernahan coming across. No players read it well. Darrington, Holst, Simons. He goes long, tries to find Kernahan with it. McGuinness, or tapped it towards Kernahan. Howard seemed to be into McDermott. Kernahan got it clear, not very far though. Craig misread the ball. Pate gets it out. Fry's the runner. Gee, a top handball from Pate. Fry will run away from Holst. In comes Duthie. Hollis, Whittlesea. Sturt another chance. Davies in the square. 2 grabs, he's got it. Now, I'm not going to say the same thing that you did, Daisy. I think I'll just stand back on this one. But Big Rick is about 10 metres out. He's kicked 115 goals this year.
Peter, if he misses this one, I promise you I'll go home right now. He could not.
Gee, hey, that's a big statement.
We're on a replay, Peter. We can always cut it out of the tape.
Rico lines it up. Daisy, you don't have to go home. Big Rick's got his second. Sturt back in front, 9-9 to Glenelg, 8-12.
What a superb handball from Timmy Pake off the half-back line. He was under all sorts of pressure. It was a brilliant spot-on effort to Fry, who tended to overrun the ball. Duthie could have laid him to rest in actual fact, but he let him off the hook, and then finally it was Whittlesea who got the ball and kicked in, and once again Davies to the fore. Farquhar disappointed with the decision, but the umpire paid it, and Sturt are back in lead by 3 points.
Carry on to the ball now. We're about at the 30-minute mark. A score to either side would be handy at this stage. Marshall is thrown away, and umpire Charlesworth will come in for another bounce. The Bays have had a good quarter. The siren has gone. A good second quarter from the Bays. See them get back into the game, and Sturt lead at the big break. 9-9 to Glenelg, 8-12. The start of the third quarter here at the Glenelg Oval. Sturt lead by 3 points. It was Sturt in the first quarter, Glenelg in the second. A very important quarter of football coming up for the Bays, in particular. They've got to win to keep their chances alive. Here's 12-3. Oh, he was on his right foot, which was his left foot, and he couldn't bring it around far enough. It's out on the full.
Yes, Peter, an excellent opportunity for him to score, but he just couldn't hook it around far enough. Carey back. At the back is Duthie waiting for it. Darrington crashes his way through, does it well to Hollis. He gives the running Whittlesea a chance. Davies doesn't want to lead on this occasion. He's going to work the hard body. There at the back of the pack is Gavin Walsh, but he won't get back in time to stop the ball going through for the minor score. I think both Davies and Farquhar were worried about one another and forgot the football in the end, and it's gone through for the point.
First score for the quarter. Farquhar looking for Simons. Plenty of opposition there from Wilson. In comes Painter. Hooks around the body. Davies out again. Farquhar behind. Punches away. Motley on the rebound. Gets the kick around. Here's a big chance for Brown, but the ball will beat him across. And Gavin Walsh will take the free kick. Yeah, Brown's been a top player for Sturt today. He's kicked 4 goals. And he's read the ball off packs very well. Gee, Walsh's kick doesn't get much distance. No player can mark the ball. An attempted kick off the ground, but the umpire will separate players for a bounce.
Sturt led 7-3 to 2-6 at quarter time, but a great second quarter by Glenelg got them back into the game. 8-12 to 9-9, and they trail at the moment by 4 points. big Spiel lumbers over to meet the ball, but decides to leave it for Craig. He's at centre wing, sets it up for Whittlesea. He's won centre convincingly. He's going to put Sturt into attack again, or kicks into the man. That's not one of his better efforts as it goes in towards Filkey. Got an awkward bounce. Pake wants it. Got the pace to break clear. Straightens up in the air, but it's well offline, and the Sturt player registers another point. I'm just trying to find out where he is, Peter, whether he's come up from the half-back line.
Your Peter Reid is back onto the ground, Ian, after being carried off on a stretcher earlier. Well, he appeared to be concussed, but it's two players now in successive weeks that have been carried off and come back on. Kick number 11 coming up for Eddie Fry. Wasn't a good kick-off from Farquhar. That was an even worse kick. Brown couldn't mark it. It's gone out. The ball in the right forward pocket for Sturt. Trying to pick Pake up. No, Pake is at half-back. He's on Ralph Sewer. Davies in front of Carey. Farquhar played it well, had the handball high. Filkey a chance, but Farquhar backs it up. McGuinness, looking for a handball. Hewitt's handball wasn't a good one. It found Filkey. Barbary goes down, holding the ball. Umpire Hilton right on the spot.
A little quick. Didn't give him much of a chance, but Scott Salisbury will get the free kick. Gee, did he show some raw courage in that first half. Salisbury's kick is towards centre wing. Spiel can't get back there in time. Craig in, Carey up over the top, and the umpire said holding the ball. The crowd liked that one, at least in the stand we're sitting in. Carey looking for a lead. Marshall gives him one to the half-forward line, and that's well put. Marshall, he's having trouble keeping up with Whittlesea's pace. This time puts it in the air for Kernahan. Sims going to be late on the scene. Thumped away from that player. Sewer couldn't. The ball comes out now. In trouble there as Holt's trying to get the handball away. But the umpire rules it was held to him and will be bounced full forward left pocket.
Gee, Ralph Sewer almost took that ball off hands then, and he would have goaled, I think, if he did. Back it comes towards Craig. Playing it in front of him. Pake appears to be down on the ground, but getting to his feet now. He's got a high one. 12-3 in trouble. Simons gets the handball out. It misses Holst. In comes Spiel. Oh, Holst goes down. That's a fairly raw push in the back, that one. Well, Big Frank missed his mark then. He's shaking his head. David Holst is lining it up as though he can kick this. Very little breeze here today. Holst kick. Gets plenty of distance. There's a big leap from behind. No mark. Off hands. 12-3. Oh, he's got his third. The Bay's back in front. 9-12. Sturt 9-11.
Brilliantly done. 12-3 and Sewer have certainly given the Bays some bite around the packs as the ball comes off the hands through the half-forward line. That's kick number 9 to 12-3, and what a time to get it. Off the top of the pack, into the open goal on the natural left leg. Goal number 3, and the Bays hit the front. 9-12 plays 9-11.
Peter Carey, the captain of the Bayside, desperate for a win. Got his hands to that one. McGuinness couldn't handle it. Carey again, fighting hard. The kick off the ground. McGuinness belts it forward. It missed Reid. Out comes Ralphie Sewer. Finally picks the ball up, gets it over to McDermott. On to Marshall. The Bays are on the march again. Marshall's got the open face of goal, but it's an awkward-looking kick. Way offline. Through for a point, I think you'll find. The umpire will pay a point. Yes, he has. Gee, Marshall should have kicked that. 9-13 the Bays. Sturt 9-11.
Not like him, Peter. Normally a fine kick on the run. Back towards Carey and Spiel. Fry couldn't. Marshall at the back of the pack. Thumps it towards Duthie. He couldn't get it either. Hollis back. Spiel actually comes out with the ball to Eddie Fry. He does a couple of sleights of hand tricks with it. Finds he's out on his lonesome. Takes his time and screws a nice looking kick towards the half-forward line. The pack fly come down without the cherry. And it's McFarlane who gives Walsh a chance. Well, that's not a good kick at all. McFarlane, well done. Held his ground under pressure, but it's Whittlesea with a chance now up towards Davies. Within there, Farquhar. Davies in front, too strong. Good mark. 13, 14 metres out in front of goal. A one-on-one struggle all the way. Davies front spot. Nothing that Farquhar could do to thump the ball away. And Davies, who's having a bad day kicking for goal, Kick number 7. He's kicked 2 goals, 4. I wouldn't be surprised if he's missed again. Davies can't believe it. And I believe he's got 10,000 mates here at the Bay Oval.
He's not kicking well, and he appears to have lost a bit of confidence with the kick, Rick Davies, which is a bit unusual, but geez, getting the ball well. There's no doubt about that. Farquhar's giving him plenty of opposition, but I don't think there's anyone in South Australia that can stop Rick. Rick's going to have another shot. He got that one. Oh, that one didn't count though, Rick. Farquhar goes back for the kick-off. Well, Glenelg can thank themselves, or think themselves lucky, I should say, that Rick is missing those. Carey and Spiel. Gee, the Glenelg players have played Spiel from behind. Carey's marked the ball, but there's a bit of danger involved there because Spiel is a very tall player, and they're giving him a bit of an advantage by letting him roam in front. Duthie. Sewer's off. He got a chance. Punching away is Hake. Good. Dermott came in late, took it off Spiel. Dermott got a high one. He appeared to go out of the pack. Umpire Hilton was close, so I guess we give the benefit of the doubt there because Umpire Hilton was right on the spot.
Bounced down on the half-forward line. McDermott looking decidedly groggy at the time. The tap down comes. Oh, the high tackle was on Radbone. Out here now towards McDermott. He didn't take long to recover, and the umpire lets him play on. Duthie crashes his way clear. Puts it up towards Sewer. Can't quite. Kernahan back there. He'll need support. He's got on the left leg. The youngster hooks round. I think he's hooked the goal. Oh, what a magnificent goal, Stephen Kernahan. His first. Did it like a rover. And the Bays kick clear, 10-13 to Sturt 9-12.
Well, McDermott a little bit lucky in the centre there. The umpire gave him a go. He gave it to Duthie. Ralph Sewer showed a lot of courage when he backed back into the pack. Kernahan swooped on the ball and kicked a magnificent goal.
Centre bounce, Carey in opposition to Spiel. Line ball, that one. In goes McGuinness, gets out a handball, but it was straight to Reid. Made a remarkable recovery. Whittlesey couldn't. Marshall can up towards full forward. Kernahan didn't get started. And a fine mark taken down there by Downs. But Kernahan's going to get a free kick. Is he for being ebbed out? I don't know. McDermott is not well at all. But the umpire just separating a few decidedly annoyed players. Stephen Kernahan could not care less. He's got the free kick. He's standing a good 10 or 15 metres away, calmly waiting for his pop at the woodwork. Kernahan's 7th kick. Taken some brilliant marks. That magnificent goal. There's his second. 2 and 3 minutes. The Bays doing it well. 10 minutes into the third quarter. Lead 11-13 to 9-12.
Well, it was Kernahan against 2 Sturt players on the when the ball approached them, and the free kick, I think, was given for Kernahan being stopped when he's running for a mark. If the ball was within 5 metres, that's allowed, but perhaps Glenelg a little bit lucky.
Carey against Spiel. The Bay's starting to get on top in this centre square now, as 12-3 can't get it out, but he goes in again, does that well, gives Big Super the chance. Jams it onto his left boot, an awkward one in towards Kidney. Kidney reads it well. Out wider still, there is Simons. Crashes one tackle, heads towards goal, puts it in the air, gives it a chance, and hits the post. The Bay supporters can't believe it. Exciting football at the moment by the home team.
They've lifted, there's no doubt about that. Their first quarter wasn't good. The kicking was inaccurate, but they've lifted. Carey punched that one away. Barbary on the rebound, though. Took a fair while to get the kick. Motley and Seabone. Seabone up very high for the punch away. Derrington, Hollis. Hollis has to check side it. McFarlane against Craig. McFarlane smashes away. The Bays are playing percentage stuff now. They've tightened up, and they lead by 14 points. Nearly 12 minutes now into the third quarter. Motley and Seabone. Motley got it away, but only as far as Duthie. McFarlane's playing well. Gee, that was chancy. What do you think about that one, Ian?
Well, Peter, I think he tried to handball it in front of himself because he had nowhere to go, but he handballed it straight out of bounds, and I see your reasoning that the umpire could have easily said that it was deliberately handballed out of play. Craig on spill, can't get clear, he tries again and bottles the ball up.
Yeah, Craig just can't get the ball out today. With the confines of this Glenelg oval, the tackle is very quick on him. And he likes a bit of time to be able to look for a body for the handball. Barbary in trouble, high. He's got it, got the free kick. I don't think he can reach Davies. Davies will probably run to centre-half forward. Yes, the high ball is going in that direction. Farquhar's in front of Davies. Yes, Farquhar made front spot. Davies put the hand on the shoulder, and Ian, I think that's where Farquhar should be against Davies, in front.
In front if you can get there, Peter. But gee, what a great duel going on between those two players. Holst on the outer side takes a good mark. Hasn't been an absolute winner at centre-half forward, but his strong body's certainly been a big help to the Bays. Whittlesey heaves one long in towards Davies. Out there, Farquhar at the back of the pack. Derrington getting back with it. Now McFarlane. Oh, he's kicked out on the full. Oh, yes. He tried to kick towards the line. Defensive style. He had nowhere to go, but the kick was just too far. Been interesting to see what the decision had it been had it lobbed in touch. Nevertheless, not to be. Derrington can improve his angle so as he can get a kick at the football. McFarlane says, don't let him go around any further. He'll finish up at centre-half forward. Derrington, nice looking kick. What a magic kick. Straight through the middle. One that the Bays didn't need. Defensive error, his first. 10-12 Sturt, 11-14 Glenelg.
Yeah, Johnny McFarlane's been a bit chancy with the boundary line. He was a bit lucky, I think, with the previous handball that went out on the full, and on that occasion the kick missed. Derrington got the free kick, and he found enough space for his goal, and Glenelg didn't need that. They're 11-14 now, leading Sturt 10-12.
Carey and Spiel. Marshall towards Simons, beautifully handled. Gave a chance now to Hall under pressure. The handball away wasn't good. It went to Whittlesey. Simons worried him all the way, but Whittlesey not to be denied. Gets it back towards Filkey. Well done, Hall. He's still going through there. Gets a good sit on the football, but the handball away wasn't good. And Downs looks on the outer side there for Painter, who can't keep the ball in play.
The pace of the game is still there. Both sides very, very fit. Glenelg desperate for a win, just to give them some chance of the final five, although it's a slim one. Walsh got it from Marshall, but the kick forward wasn't good. Walsh hasn't kicked well today. Downs. He can certainly kick a ball. Behind is Hewitt. All the Sturt players were running past. Salisbury goes down. Filkey's got it. Here's a goal coming up for Sturt. Filkey opens up to the face of goal. I think he's got it. Filkey's first goal today for Sturt. They've got 2 goals in quick succession now to draw closer to the Glenelg side.
Tremendous pressure then put on young Scott Salisbury. He just couldn't get the ball clear, couldn't get a handball or a kick away as the Sturt players came in on top of him. Swooping on it, Filkey had to change direction, but did it well. Even then the pressure was on. Kick number 4 produces his first goal, and a badly needed one for the Blues.
Peter Carey. He'd realised that Glenelg want more. They're in front by 2 points. Carey got it down easily. Holst comes in. Downs is there as well. He went down. He wants a free kick for a trip, but Kidney got it to Sewer. Well, Marshall's clear. Sewer has seen that play. Now Marshall's got it between half forward and the right forward pocket. Marshall's last kick at goal from about centre-half forward wasn't a good one. This is the 11th kick for the Glenelg centreman. Normally a good shot at goal. That's going way across the front. Kernahan from behind. He's got it. Oh, what a great mark. He got the run up on that occasion, and he could normally mark a ball without a jump, but when he jumps, gee, he's taken a lot of marks. 7, in fact. And he's kicked 2 goals so far this quarter. This is his 8th kick. An important one for the Bays. Oh, he's dragged it across. No, he's got it. Oh, Coach Campbell, His heart, I think, fluttered a bit on that occasion. 3 goals, Kernahan. 12-14 the Bays, Sturt 11-12.
Yes, what a young player, what a future. And he seems to still be growing, but he's also growing in strength as well. Getting off the ground high, fine mark. But gee, the umpire had to move right away to his right, and it wouldn't surprise anybody on this angle had he said it was only a point. But he ruled a goal. Young Kernahan's third, and Glenelg edge away again by 8 points, 12-14 to 11-12.
Gee, since the end of the first quarter, Glenelg have kicked 10-8. Sturt have kicked 7-9. So Sturt have kicked 4-9, should I say. So Glenelg have certainly dominated since that period. Craig, again, he's caught. Can't get that handball clear. Carey looks around the body. It's going past Fry. Stewart comes in to lend a hand. 12-3, missed it with the boot. Pake shoots it very wide. I think he aimed for the line on that occasion, and Mark Hewitt's got it. It just went out before Mark Hewitt got the handball clear. Glenelg at 12-14, Sturt 11-12.
17, almost 18 minutes into the third quarter. The Bays are doing everything right in this quarter, kicking into the breeze, although it's not really a determining factor. Thump further forward by Filkey, half-forward line, Walsh, Brown, hooks towards the half-forward line. This is a loose ball. Duthie using his pace to get there. Hollis right with him, a match in 2. Hollis, upended, gets it cleverly out to Motley. Motley looks for Davies, goes in high. With him there is Farquhar. Davies in front, too strong again. Farquhar was going to get, or need to get more of a run in to get a stronger hand at the ball to thump it away from Davies. That sort of knock away is ineffectual against a man with a pair of hands like Rick Davies. Well, can he do it? Not prepared to put my money on him. Has kicked 2 goals for. Heads towards the southern end. Oh, it's out of bounds on the full. He's lost complete confidence. I think he's missed completely twice this afternoon and booted 2 goals for in with it.
You're right, Ian. He's gone out on the full twice. He's had 8 kicks and he's kicked 2-5 to boot, so things not going well for the Sturt champion. Carey couldn't mark the ball. Motley goes down on top of it. And the umpire will bounce.
Peter, when you're in a horrors like that, what do you do as far as Davies is concerned? I mean, he's been around for 31 years, been playing league football for 14. What do you do to get out of it?
Well, he probably needs to, even at 3/4 time, if he lined a few up in and got it right. But he's lost it. You're dead right. He's lost all confidence.
The runner's out to him.
Malcolm Greenslade now, he knows how to kick a ball. I wonder what he's going to say to Rick.
Lend him a pair of boots. He's going to put him on the ball.
Out to centre half forward, probably. No, he wants to get him away from Farquhar, I think. Back to the game. 12-3 goes around the Sturt defender. McDermott's on the run. McGuinness gave a lead. Oh, he was avoided. McGuinness is after Howard. He's going to run him down. Howard got a good kick away. McGuinness is going to get it, though. Gets around that player. Got the handball back. Tony Hall. Sims, Hollis. The whistle is gone, though. Sims is going to get a free kick.
Davies onto the ball. Sims to full forward.
Davies and Carey. Gee, they're a couple of old stages. Actually, Rick said during the week he wouldn't mind having a run on the ball against his old sparring partner, Peter Carey. Rick Davies is led towards the centre. Simons in front. Davies up. Couldn't take the mark. Carey's on the rebound. Pushes it through to Simons. The handball goes out. On the run, Marshall. Back it goes to McDermott. Oh, he put a handball over to nobody. McGuinness on the rebound. Around the body, he's got it. Oh, the kick away from Howard was a big mistake. McGuinness goals, his second. Glenelg 13-14 to the Blues, 11-12.
The build-up started when Davies couldn't bring down the mark. Carey somehow tunnel-balled it out. But, gee, a couple of bad mistakes. Firstly, the Bay handball that just wasn't good at all. I think it was meant for Stephen Kernahan. And then Brendan Howard tried to get it out, but he made a ghastly error to McGuinness.
Big Rex in ruck. Gee, it's a long time since he's done that. Kernahan easily. It went past Holst. The Bay's building. Reed. Well, he got the kick away, not a good one though. Simons has got a paddock to operate in. Tries to get around Wilson. Or the kick back, not a good one. Downs easily. And Downs in has, I think, probably been the best defender for Sturt today.
Certainly the most reliable, Peter. He's done well and he's prepared to take a chance to rebound it, but at the moment, Sturt not going all that well. But full credit to the Bays after a very quiet start. It was like a morgue here in the back of the Bay stand in that first quarter. But once they got mobile in the second, when Sewer and 12th Tree Kernahan got into the game, it was a different story. Sturt go forward again. Here's a chance now for Craig. Got a bad bounce. Walsh gets it down. Tony Hall gets it out. Finally, Kidney under pressure, and the umpire said the tackle was high. Just a little fortunate as he was going to the ground. But Robin Kidney gets his chance from half-back flank. The Bays doing well into the breeze in this third quarter, certainly setting themselves up for a win. Barbary, but the ball goes to the half-forward line off the boot of Kernahan. Back there was Downs, joined now by Reid, and that's going to be high, wide and handsome, irrespective. Stephen Kernahan has marked the ball. No, he hasn't, and it's a throw-in.
It must have been touched off the boot, that one, I think, Ian, because I don't think Kernahan would have made the mistake of taking it across the line. Davies got it from Kernahan. Gee, that was a strong tackle from Kidney. A very good tackler for a young, well, small player, but he's strongly built. The tackle was on Brown. Brown might be having a run on the ball at this stage. Craig bursts through the pack. Here's a chance for Sturt. Painter from a long way out. Spiel is at full forward. Over the top it goes and rolls over the line for a ball in. The right forward pocket for the Sturt side as we approach the 25-minute mark. Spiel is at full forward. Davies on the ball. The whistle's gone and Farquhar will get a free kick. Spiel was holding on to him.
Oh, Simon's well clear on the outer side. Wilson bearing down on him at the moment. Simon sets it up. The running player out there is McFarlane. Almost run down by Derrington, but the pass away now to 12th Tree is good. 12th Tree quickly battles on. Looks for a handball. Holst. Out on the lead is Big Carey. Underneath the ball, getting back again with Sims. He seems to be grabbed. The big fella breaks the tackle. Runs into the output goal. Does it brilliantly. Second goal, Peter Carey. Took off like the Melbourne Cup champion and did it well. 14-14 to 11-12.
What an amazing goal, gee. Peter Carey and Sims race for the ball, but Peter Carey's got such an astute football brain. I don't think there's been a player over the last decade that could match him in that department. He put one hand out, grabbed the ball, the tackle was on, he broke away from it, ran into the open goal and set Glenelg up. 14-14, Sturt 11-12.
Kernahan in ruck against Davies. Davies got the tap away, looked for Derrington, Kidney under pressure, shrugs off the tackle. Gee, the kid did it well, puts it to the half-forward line. Sewer gets up awkwardly. Down there now quickly is Howard. Howard needs Downs. Downs has to jam it onto his boot. The Sturt defence under real pressure at the moment. Down go two Bay players. Hollis gets it out now. Pake, short to Whittlesey. Sturt got a chance to run it. No. Doesn't want Derrington, and Whittlesey goes back to kick long. No, he's going into the open spaces. Kick number 15 finds Derrington, who backed up his own short pass pretty well. Derrington gets a lead now from Painter. Painter has trouble with the sun, but not trouble enough as far as dropping the ball because he takes a good mark. Well, he's not getting a big cheer from the Bay stand. Then again, he is, I suppose, a defector from Brighton Road. Kick number 10. 35 metres, there's the angle. Hooks the kick. Gee, the Blues have not kicked well in front of the sticks this afternoon.
They can't take a trick. Glenelg have got a lead now of 19 points. They're probably kicking against the breeze, but it's not strong. Michael Farquhar goes down the centre. Looking for Hall in front. Hollis. Hall's taken it off him. There's no mark there. Hollis appeared to touch the ball first, and umpire Hilton wasn't far away from it. Quite often, though, those marks are played, or they're not really marks, are they? Out from Hollis. Filkey The kick was smothered. McFarlane, he's gone for the boundary again. Gee, he loves that boundary line, Johnny McFarlane. He's got boundary on the brain at the moment, Ian.
What a top rugby player, mate. I don't know whether that's his snouts, he's snarling or he's smiling. But maybe that he's been used to playing on east-west ovals. Kidney. Craig gets a bad bounce. He's got to wait for it. Gives a chance to Downs. He's got the pace. Davies, or not Davies, it's Bill on the lead at the moment. Farquhar back there. McFarlane, Spiel tries to break through, gets the ball onto his boot, but it was touched. Gee, what a magnificent goal that would have been to the big fellow. And Snout ruefully rubs his snout. Looks like it could be a little bit of blood around it.
Gee, that was a good effort by Spiel. He nearly got that goal, or he nearly converted. McFarlane playing pretty well. Over the top, Marshall. 12th tree, must be having a run on the ball. Seabohm. Glenelg have lifted in confidence. He wants Holst. Oh, didn't find him. Only found one hand. Salisbury, the Holst handball, not a good one. Salisbury wants to play it on, but he got a free kick. A high tackle. Yes, he's going to give it to Holst again. We're past 25 minutes. Holst will slow proceedings down, but I think he'll probably go as long as he can. Kick number 11, he wants Kernahan. Davies punches away. Pake. Howard got the kick away. Not a good one, though. Duthie. The runner is Sewer. On to Kernahan. He lines him up. The ball is coming back. It's going to bounce through. Oh, what a goal. Sims couldn't get to it. 4 goals, Kernahan. And he's kicked them all in this quarter. 15-14 the base. Sturt 11-14.
Well, Sewer was on his natural left leg, and I thought that he'd have a pop at the big ones, but he gave it out to Kernahan, which didn't appear at the time to be the best of handballs. But Kernahan's very awkward kick just beat the outstretched hands of the Sturt defence. 4 goals.
Gee, Glenelg has kicked 7 this quarter. Oh, big leap from Kernahan in the middle. Marshall rips through the centre. He was being held on to. Free kicks there. The Bays have kicked 7-2 this quarter, going to the northern end. They've taken out of the centre 8 times this quarter as well. Tony Hall to McGuinness. McGuinness, oh, the handball's not a good one. Sewer is swamped. Downs. Marshall attacked that player. Barbary pushed it through to Whittlesea. Whittlesea goes long and high. Spiel out on a lead. Big punch away by Farquhar. Brown's got it for the Blues. Appeared to be pushed over the line. No free kick. Spiel in trouble. Down goes Salisbury. What a game he's played. Craig appeared to be pushed as well, but umpire Charlesworth will give it a bounce.
Some heavy bodies in there at the moment. Could have been a free kick, Sturt. A bounce down, right forward pocket. Gee, they need a goal now. They're down by 24 points. Close to 3/4 time. The ball is thumped just in play. Gee, that got a peculiar bounce, but this time it's out as Hewitt jammed it onto the boot. But Craig intercepted, and a throw in that right full forward pocket. 15-14 to 11-14 after the Bays were 5 down at quarter time. What a comeback. Davies. No, it's Spiel who hooks it back. Darrington a chance for a goal. Hooks around the corner. This is one Sturt need. Well done, Jimmy Darrington. His second, and a valuable goal at the 30-minute mark of this third quarter.
Yeah, from the ball in, the ball was hooked way back towards centre half forward. Darrington read it very well. He only had to get past one player, but he elected to kick around the body, and it was a fine kick for goal. It brought up his second. Sturt got a much-needed one. In fact, Sturt have only kicked 3-5 this quarter, 8 scoring shots for a 3-goal-5 return. It's not what they wanted, because they're probably going with a breeze that's worth 1 or 2 goals.
Davies going to have to leap high to get over Kernahan. Gets a good thump away towards Filkey. Trapped that beautifully. Back to Davies. In turn Painter. In turn Motley. Ought to be a goal. Straightens for the white ones. Heads south, and he's offline again. All Sturt don't appear to want it. Oh, they just missed, I reckon, at least half a dozen shots when they were settled and going towards an open goal.
Farquhar. Yes, Father Christmas has definitely come early for him. Rick Davies has probably had his worst day for the year in terms of of kicking for goal. Kernahan took the mark in front of Davies. The siren has gone. A good quarter for the Bays. 15-14, leading the Blues 12-15.
A 27-point deficit at quarter time into a 17-point lead as we pick up the final quarter here at the Bay Oval. Thumped away there by Darrington, but the Bays going to attack through McDermott up towards the half-forward line. Pate couldn't. Brendan Howard back in defence as he kicks to the outer side. Duthie out there with Hollis. A match race between the two of them. About line ball for pace, but it looks as though the ball is out of play. Down by 5 at quarter time. The Bays have fought back brilliantly. Played some brilliant football. Kernahan in ruck, gets the tap away again. Back in defence, however. It is Downs. Gives a chance there to Reid. A longer one further out now to Craig. The Blues go into attack to the half-forward line. Motley gets up high. Almost a big mark. Can't get it clear. The handball comes out. McFarlane. Brown there with him. McFarlane pushes the ball out towards Simons. 2-on-1 at centre wing. Well done, Radbone. Got the pace. Off he goes. Beautiful shepherd there by Brown. Radbone over the half-forward line, but an awful kick doesn't give Davies any chance at all. And the ball goes out of play in the full forward left pocket.
Davies had an atrocious day at kicking for goal. He's kicked 2-4 or 2-5. He's kicked 2 out on the full from relatively easy shots. It's 2-4 he's kicked, in fact. And he was shifted into ruck in that third quarter. But he's back at full forward now. Oh, Michael Farquhar's handball away, not a good one. Painter very quick with the kick. Seabohm smothered just by Motley, and it rolls over the line for a ball in. Tigers had a big star in that third quarter in Stephen Kernahan, who kicked 4 goals. 12-3 and McGuinness kicked goals also for Glenelg in that quarter, along with Peter Carey. His goal was quite extraordinary. Hewitt got the handball out, but it's over the line again, and Glenelg are fighting for that chance to play in the finals in '83. Motley has to take it against Carey, giving away a lot of height and strength, but Motley gets the kick away. This is Motley's best game in several weeks. Brown punches away from Walsh. Brown had a good start to the game. 3 goals in the first quarter when he showed far too much pace for Gavin Walsh.
Davies for the throw-in against Carey. Bit of experience there. The ball tapped away. Carey and Davies again. Finally, Hewitt gets his boot to the ball, but it's well taken on the half-forward line by Hollis. Paul Hollis could almost make the distance. The breeze, not a big problem. The kick's not going to make it, however. Floats up into the square. Davies gets up high. Can't bring the ball down. Painter under pressure. McFarlane gets it out. A chance for Duthie to clear now. Thought about a handball. McDinnis was covered. Now he's not. Gets it clear on the half-back line. Long to the half-forward line. Out there looking for Sewer. Recovers well, but it's Spiel who beats him to the ball, but the big fellow can't pick it up. The tackle on Sewer was high. Beautifully handballed out. Here's a chance now. 12-3 gives a chance. Tony Hall. Tony Hall only 35 metres out. Kidney gives the lead into the open, but Hall can easily get the distance. Kicked a goal in the first quarter. One of the Bays' 2. Took them a long time to get it. Tony Hall looks to be home. Gee, what a start to the quarter. The Bays edge out their lead now to 23 points.
5 kicks only to Tony Hall, but you can put that goal down to Rouse Sewer. Did a lot of hard work, particularly when he took the ball away from Frank Spiel, and then McDermott also did good work. And the run down the ground saw it end up with Tony Hall, but he kicked truly for his second. Glenelg 16-14, Sturt 12-15.
Spiel, who had a rest in the third quarter when Davies came onto the ball, but at the moment he'll have to lift still further to get Sturt out of this. But you're never beaten until you lie down. Marshall. McGuinness put out the low handball, found McFarlane, back to McGuinness in the 1-2. Gee, he's played well. A chance now for Duthie on the half-forward line. The big fellow puts it in long, in towards Kernahan, but Howard, who can't bring it down. Kidney under pressure. He's led by Sims, who is on the ground. The crowd at agree with it. I didn't see it, but certainly Kidney, when he went to chase the ball, was retarded in some shape or form, and he's got the free kick 20 metres out in front. Also kicked the goal in the first quarter. And now he's made it 2. Catch me if you can, says Glenelg.
Yeah, Sturt are in trouble now. Kernahan was in the middle of 2 Sturt players in. He couldn't get near the ball. And, as Kidney chased after it on the rebound, Trevor Sims put the hand out and grabbed hold of his ankle. Those things are all right when the umpire doesn't see them, but the umpire saw that one. Yes, Glenelg have got out in front now, and for Sturt to pick them up is going to be very, very difficult indeed.
Super Carey. What a super game he's played. Centre bounce again, Carey's tap away, but it was to Darrington, the half-forward line. Sturt need a goal, and they need it quickly. Brown can't give it to them at the moment. Cleverly done, Walsh to Carey. Marshall buttering up his Hewitt. The Bays go forward again to Holt. Centimetres inside the line, puts it in the air for Kernahan again, having trouble with the sun. The big fellow gets his hands on it, but beautifully taken off him by Andrew Downs.
He's amazing, Andrew Downs, in the way he can take marks like that against taller players. 13 kicks, Downs. Fry tears off with the ball. Gee, not a good kick though. Now Hollis has got it. He gives Darrington a chance. Marshall's going to come in and give some opposition. The handball misses Whittlesea. Sturt players making mistakes now. Who was left? McDermott or McGuinness? They've got to ask each other. For those interested in statistics, Glenelg have had 25 free kicks, Sturt 11. Carey will get this. Good mark. Down he goes. That's against Heinrich. 15 metres to the big chap. Super Carey. That'll bring him within distance. If he kicks this, I think it's just about game, set and match. 10 kicks, Carey. Not a good one. Didn't think he was going to make the distance for a while. He got a point with it. Glenelg 17-15 to the Blues 12-15. The difference 5 clear goals.
The Bays have had 24 free kicks, Sturt 11. To the outer side. Spiel couldn't. Carey fighting on brilliantly, puts it out in front of 12th Street, but too far out. And it's going to be a penalty free kick to Eddie Fry. Fry started brilliantly, but like a lot of his teammates in the last 2.5 quarters, have hardly been sighted. Nice kick by Fry. Seabohm. See, the Bay doing it terribly confidently at the moment. Sewer underneath the ball. First to recover will be Fry. Painter in there as well. The handball wasn't good to Downs. Put him under pressure. He would be Sturt's best player again. Goes in short. Heinrich. Radbone, you watch him go now if he gets clear. At one bounce, he's going to get run down. Well done. Got the kick away, however, up towards the full forward area. Filkey's caught. Motley should go to Radbone. If it sits for him, he should kick a goal. Gives a long handball out. Neil Craig couldn't get it first time. Gives it back to Radbone. Sturt under pressure. Not doing it well. Filkey close to the line. In fact, the umpire said he's out. Bring it back. Well, that's the pressure that the Bay defence is putting on. Sturt brilliant when they're allowed to move the ball, but gee, they just cannot get clear.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on. Craig again was caught. Couldn't get the ball clear. Greenslade out to Motley. There wouldn't be many players who could run Radbone down. McGuinness did. Very quick player, McGuinness. Davies in front, kicking away as Farquhar. Simons makes a yard. Look, gave it to Farquhar. He didn't expect it. Craig's got it now. Thinks about Heinrich, but then decides to go to Spiel. Gee, they've had to come way back from that forward pocket, Sturt, to get clean possession. Spiel. Davies running out. Carey in front. Davies up high. Couldn't mark the ball. Darrington to Motley. Motley gets it out to Painter. He's got his wrong foot, but he's pretty good with this. Straight through the centre. 2 goals, Painter. Sturt got a much-needed one. 13-15 to the Bays, 17-15.
Yes, that was good handball then by Sturt as they got it to Painter, coming through the half-forward line. Caught on the right foot, but he hooked it back brilliantly. Kick number 12 went away. He kicked his second goal. He kicked 1 in the first quarter, 1 in this quarter, and the Bays now lead 17-15 to 13-15. 4 straight kicks in it.
Plenty of football left. We're at the 10-minute mark of the last quarter. Big Carey gets his hands to that one. Holding nothing. It'll be a bounce. Neither holding the ball nor holding the man, nor a push in the back. Peter Carey. Fry couldn't pick the ball up. Well, fine tackle on 12-3. Holding the ball according to umpire Charlesworth. I don't know about that. Didn't have much of a chance in to get rid of it.
Held to him, Peter. Reed, a long kick to the half-forward line. Seabohm again. Oh, fine mark. Gee, he's done a fine job on Peter Motley today. He gives a chance to McFarlane. Short in now is Holt. And DeVay's run the ball over to Simons, put him in a bit of a pocket, but backed up superbly by Walsh. In high, Kernahan, Sims, they stand their ground, but beautifully done. Andrew Downs again. Gee, where would Sturt be without him? Short. Kick number 15, Downs. And it's Fry who's got the ball on the outer side. Spiel wants him to further it out there towards centre wing, but he's coming back in towards Hollis. Hollis has got it. Bolts off. To the half-forward line go the Blues. Once again, not this time in front, it's Motley too strong. In 15 metres. Umpire Charlesworth has put Motley well within kicking distance. The young centre half-forward hasn't got a goal to date. It's his 13th kick, which is surprising. Yes, beg your pardon, Motley got a goal in the first quarter. Should make the distance. There it is, goal number 2. Sturt haven't turned up their toes yet, fighting back. 3 kicks the difference right now.
Good mark, Motley. You can certainly mark a ball, although perhaps his colours in that direction have been lowered today by Seabohm. Seabohm has probably competed better in the air against Motley than a lot of people. Motley's taken 4 marks today. Took a screamer in the first quarter, but Sturt are by no means out of this game.
Carey and Spiel. Very important tap this one as it goes to Duthie. Onto his boot quickly. 12-3 and Eddie Fry on the outer side. Sewer in there as well. Here's a chance. Tony Hall wants backup support. The handball goes over to David Marshall. Caught on the left leg. He goes in high, goes in long. He's goaled it. What a beautiful running goal. Brilliant handball again. David Marshall's first. And the Bays get to their 4-goal lead once more.
Well, David Marshall goes up to Ralphie Sewer and says, thank you very much. Sewer's handball to Marshall then was spot on. It couldn't have been better. And Marshall has got all the skills, certainly skillful enough to kick a goal with his left boot.
Top-class game. Plenty of excitement. Spiel's tap. Tony Simons onto the boot quickly. Sewer again. Gee, what a game Ralphie's played. 12-3, just as good. Almost make the distance from there, Ralph. Screw kick, no, it doesn't get away. Sims in front, Kernahan at the back, trying to break his way through there. Was 12-3, but the ball hits the behind post, which of course is out of play.
The resurgence of Ralph Sewer, a forgotten man a month ago. Everybody was saying, where is he? Well, he's back in full flight now. 2 good games on end. Heinrich, Reed. Gee, that McGuinness is quick. He ran Reed down again. Duthie, good mark. He'll play it on. Kernahan wants it. The big Jack's out in front. Couldn't take the mark. David Holst a chance, but the ball's going to beat him across the line. Duthie and Hollis have had an interesting tussle. A couple of rangy, pacey wingmen. Kernahan pushes it back. He wanted Kidney, but missed him. Found Howard. Derrington wasn't the best handball away. It's now out. Tony Simons doing good work for Glenelg again today. There'll be another ball in.
Half forward, right flank. In fact, it's inside that spot. Kernahan and Sims. Marshall brilliantly out towards McGuinness. Well done, Pake. Derrington the chance. McGuinness once again in pursuit, but it's Duthie out on the outer side. Who's going to get there first, Duthie or Hollis? Duthie cleverly Seabohm. Half forward line, McGuinness. 12-3, the Bays with another shot. 12-3's run himself into a corner. Back to McGuinness, heaves the ball at goal, but it's going to be well offline for the minor score. I think it was McGuinness who shot that one, yes. A point to the Bay Rover, 18-16, Sturt 14-15.
Not quite confident enough on that right boot, McGuinness, but geez, handballing today has been exceptional, McGuinness. Spiel wants that one. I think Super might be holding on to him. Off he goes. What's he going to do now? I'm not quite sure myself. Spiel has a kick. Salisbury in front. Big leap from Painter. McFarlane caught. Diving on top of the ball, a Glenelg defender. I think that was Seabohm. No, it was Walsh. Ball comes out though. McDermott. Kicks long, McDermott. Every time he gets the ball. Downs is under that. And geez, taken a lot of marks. Taken 9 marks, Downs. That's his 16th kick. Fry. Derrington. Sturt won't give up, you can be assured of that. Seabohm and Motley. Seabohm again. Oh, he's done well on the Sturt champion. He plays it on. Carey will go very wide and look for Simons. That's a danger kick. Simons does it well though. A long handball, Tony Hall. Hasn't played that well today, Tony Hall. McGuinness underneath that ball. Howard fell over. McGuinness had the chance, but the ball beat him across the line.
Time starting to run out for the Blues. We've played 17 minutes. They're down by 4+. Want to get some in a hurry. Sims and Kernahan. Sims tat away. Pate gets it out. Brendan Howard. Eddie Fry. Painter. Back to Eddie Fry. Oh, he left the football behind, but fortunately got a boot to it. Radbone intercepted Peter Carey. Did that one well. Whittlesey. The Blues go in long. A loose ball. Getting back on it. McFarlane. Walsh back there with him at all. But the Bays trapped the ball beautifully. Go to the outer side. Duthie 5 metres in front of Hollis. Gets out the long handball to Scott Salisbury. Got a shocking bounce. Favoured Craig, but he couldn't get it one grab. Butters up well. Hollis. Caught on the wrong boot. Gets a kick away. Motley. Brown intercepts. But once again, Seabohm gets it back again to the half-forward line. 12-3. Charged to meet the ball. Eddie Fry back in defence. Good tackle, Simons. Fry gets it back. Here's a chance now. McGuinness. Oh, high tackle on the Sturt player. And he must get the free kick.
Well, I guess if you're going to execute a bad tackle, you may as well do it properly. Radbone went down. Looking for Spiel. Big Carey in front. Motley over the top. Good mark. It's only his 5th mark today, Motley. Kicks back to centre half forward. Heinrich and McFarlane. Craig. A big chance. Puts it out in front of Derrington. He's going to play it on. He should kick a goal. He lines it up for the Blues. No, it went straight over the top of the post. The umpire called it that way. Only a point. And the Blues are 14-16 now. The Tigers are 18-16.
Gee, Peter, they needed that one. Would have got them back in there. Gee, they need a lift quickly. Kicking towards Salisbury. Filkey's there as well. Got up very early. Simons. Good handball. Oh! The Bay player lost his footing in Hewitt. And I think you'll find that the free kick will go the way of Scott Salisbury for a high tackle, pushing the back. Salisbury, a fine performer. Wobbles the ball to the half-forward line. Tony Hall, fine mark. Thought about playing on, had nowhere to go. The Bays have got time on their side. They got a 24-point advantage. McGuinness is short, but he's going for Kernahan. Gets up there, can't bring it down. 12-3 at the back of the pack. Well done, Eddie Fry, but he's held to him. Eddie Fry disgusted. Kicks the ball away. Should bring 15 metres, but I don't think it has. 12-3, the free kick, right on the edge of the square. And I think if he converts this one, I agree with Peter, it's game, set and match. Kick number 11. 9 handballs as well. 3 goals. That makes it 4. 19-16 to 14-16. 20 minutes into the final quarter.
The ball went over the top of the pack, and 12-3, like the opportunist he is, he read it very well. Played it in front of him, and Eddie Fry had to come in and intercept. He did grab a hold of 12-3. 12-3 spun around and got the free kick. The Bays are up by 30 points. Seabone ran off the ground a little while ago. Fedke's onto the ground, and he's at centre-half back on Motley.
Centre bounce. Once again, Kernahan gets it down to Marshall. Out clear as Kidney. Sturt not playing like winners. On the lead went Sewer, but Kidney's going to put it in long. Carey's in the square. Oh, that's a huge kick. That's going to make the distance. Gee, for his size, he's got a big kick, and he nudges a point. Well, that point's another handy one because the Bays have got to score now 6 times to win. Sturt,
the Blues.
I beg your pardon, Sturt have got to score 6 times.
Sims, he missed Spiel with it. Sturt's best player, Andrew Downs, smothered off the boot. Fry. Kicked over the head. Up goes Tony Hall, close to the boundary line. Out it comes to McGuinness. On the rebound, Doofy. The Bays are building again. Big super Carey against Sims. Oh, big leap over the top to Pake. Hasn't played well, though. Comes out grandstand side. Radbone, Simons. Yes, Simons interfered with Radbone. Simons have got the cramp, I think. Trainers have just recognised that fact, and Radbone. Still a bit of footy left. Back and out. Almost hit our cameraman, and that's a glare that would kill. Radbone's not too rapt about that. David Holst, a strong man of the Bay. He's given them a lot in recent weeks. A beautiful kick, Carey getting under it. Plenty of bodywork there. Gee, Kidney through. The bear hug's on, and we'll see another bounce.
35 metres out. The Bays by 31 points. Almost 22 minutes gone. Carey and Sims. Sims a good tap away to Holst. Jams it onto his boot. Howard gives chase. He's going to bounce for him. Yes, the Blues got a chance to clear it. Howard can't pick it up. Finally, Sockers. Salisbury across, but the ball is out of play. And Simons, with cramp, is going to make way for a fit player. And getting his opportunity is Wayne Parrish, the football nomad. Started his career in Victoria via Darwin. He's come to the Bays. Marshall gets it back. Sewer up. Oh, gee, that was an uneducated leap, Ralph. You get yourself into trouble doing that. And the free kick will go to Brendan Howard.
It's one thing about Ralph Sewer. He certainly commits himself to the ball. A good kick away from Howard. Found Darrington. I don't think the Blues can win. Glenelg supporters anxiously looking at the scoreboard to see what is happening at Prospect. A good mark again, Stephen Kernahan. Adelaide's premier aerialist. Australia's premier aerialist, I think. He's taken more marks than any other player. Peter Carey way out in front of Sims. I think he pushed that one away to give a chance to McDermott. It's going to land in the square. Very close. Just offline, a point. 19-18 Glenelg. Sturt 14-16.
Well, Peter, I think it's all over now. 32 points for Sturt. The way they're playing, I don't think they can do it. And that's saying something, because if any side in the league usually can, it's Sturt, the way they play their football. But they haven't given up. Hollis, oh, got a bad bounce, wouldn't sit for him. Gets it out. Spiel, but it was McFarlane. Out of sight again, McGuinness. With McFarlane. They tried to shepherd each other out. Oh, shocking kick. But when it's your day, no, Motley didn't. He got it out. I thought when it was your day, it's your day. The kick went astray and found a Bay player. Brown can't get it out. Hall can. And a long kick out towards Holst. Parrish. Holst. The running player through is Walsh. Good tackle put on him.
Off goes Pake. Fedke. Read well by Hewitt. Glenelg starting to finesse a little bit, which is probably not the order of the day. Tony Hall. Good mark. McGuinness played very well. Back it goes. McGuinness on again. Oh, it went straight over the top of Sewer. Not many of McGuinness's handballs have missed. Gee, that wasn't a bad tackle. Holding the ball. Well done, Ralph Sewer. He's fought hard all day.
I got the impression that Brendan Howard was out of bounds, Peter.
Yeah, I think he thought he might have been out too, Ed. And actually, umpire Charlesworth gave the free kick from a long way away. Holst is short. Well, the kick wasn't a good one. Andrew Downs. Away he goes. Duthie will try and intercept. Downs is very tired. So he ought to be. He's played some sort of game for the Blues. They've been in giant trouble without him. Through comes Painter. Sturt will score here. Brown has a think about it. Turns around. Lines it up. Puts it through. 5 to Brown. And Sturt have now got 15-16 to Glenelg 19-18.
Brown has certainly got value for kicks. The Bay's looking tired now, as Peter said, but well they might. They've done a lot of work and they've done it well. Brown has only had 7 kicks and managed 5 goals. Kicked a point as well. Kicked 3 of those goals in the first quarter when the Bays trailed 2-6 to 7-3. But since then, Glenelg have been too good. Umpire Hilton is running down to the southern end to get the Bay young supporters off the ground. We're going to get one of those little hold-ups that is always annoying, but the umpire's correctly asking the youngsters to get over the fence, back onto the mound for their own safety. But Peter, you know, as a footballer, this is annoying because you stand around waiting and you stiffen up a bit. It's getting towards dusk.
Yeah, well, if there was only, say, 1 or 2 points the difference in it wouldn't be a good thing, because it can affect some players' concentration if they have to stand around. And as you say, it's getting a little bit cool. But Glenelg are leading 132 against 106. The bounce down in the centre of the ground. Frank Spiel. Through it went to Parrish. His first kick. Carey is underneath the ball. He's holding his head. He got a solid whack there, but it was unintentional from Sims. And Glenelg have got another point. 19-19 to 15-16. Andrew Downs. What a game. Stephen Kernahan in front. Couldn't mark the ball. McGuinness. 12-3. Darrington. The chance Heinrich. He wants Radbone. Parrish won't have the pace, I don't think, to go with Radbone. Motley comes around. Good flight, but couldn't take the mark. Fedke. Well, the handball away, puts Parrish in strife. Played it well, though. Got it through the pack. Tony Hall. Run down by Radbone. Howard. But clean bowled by that ball. 12-3. Kicks the ball in front of him. Pake. Oh, he handballed to Ralph Sewer. Ralphie got a high one, and he'll take a free kick. Certainly been an inspired performance by Ralph Sewer. This is his 11th kick. He's had 8 handballs, 4 marks, 5 marks in fact, and he's kicked 2 goals. Beautiful screw punt. It won't come around quite far enough, though. Peter Carey in the square, couldn't take a mark. He lumbers after the ball against Sims, but it's gone out. Carey and Sims. Carey down to Holst, playing it in front of him. He'll need to pick it up in a hurry. Tries to get rid of it. Painter. Pake got around Sewer. Back to Painter. Kidney came in late. Fedke and Motley. Motley couldn't take the mark again. Through goes Radbone. Brown. Sturt building. Davies and Farquhar. It's rolled over the top of those players. In comes Hewitt and Motley. Motley tries to get the handball out. Whittlesey off the ground. Through it went. Whittlesey gets his 2nd goal for the Blues today. One thing about Sturt, they fight on regardless. 16-16 now to Glenelg 19-19. Whittlesey just marked up his 18th kick, and he certainly held sway in the middle in the first half. But Marshall has done a lot of useful things as well. Back to the centre. Umpire Hilton will put it down for what will probably be the last time. Spiel, McDermott, McGuinness out of the blocks. Downs. Oh, courage McGuinness. He stayed in there. Kicks around the body. Carey in the square again. Can't mark the ball. Sims will play it on to Howard. And Howard will clear for the Blues. Kernahan. Oh, what a wonderful mark. Way out position, but he managed to take it. 10th mark, Kernahan. What a fantastic third quarter he played when he kicked 4 goals. Carey up. Fry the crumbs. Howard. Heinrich. An interchange player today, Heinrich. Took Barbari's spot. Big leap from behind. Fedke, good mark. I think that's where he likes playing too, centre half back Fedke. Apparently he doesn't like full forward that much. Oh, Holster's got it, plays it on, kicks around the body, but that's way offline. Out of bounds on the full. Downs. Brown. Sturt's biggest goal kicker, Brown. He has 5. Davies 2. Derrington 2. Prater 2 and Motley 2. Good mark, McDermott. Parrish. Swings through the centre of the ground. Peter Carey again. In he comes. He's got this one. Well, the Bay captain would be delighted about this victory. He kicked a goal in the third quarter, which gave Glenelg a great deal of hope. Kick number 13. Through it goes. Carey has 3 goals now. 20 goals, 19 Glenelg. Sturt 16-16. And the Bays have pulled off yet another victory in their search for the final 5 in 1983.